Hi guys, Dorota International nail artist and educator here, and I have prepared a beautiful Valentine's Day nail art for you. Have a preview of it in here. Yes, that's what I will show you today, step by step, and I hope you will really enjoy this tutorial. If you do, let me know in the comments below. So let's start. We are going to be playing with some beautiful heart nail art, and I will use some different colors, 219, which is like purple, like very, very light purple. So that will go on this one. It's a really amazing color, and I thought, like, why not to do the Valentine's Day nails like in a different colors than pinks and reds. So purple will look just perfect. And then cure it. And then I'm gonna grab this color on my mixing palette because we will use it later on as well. And 235, which is some pink. That's a very nice and pastel-y pink as well. I actually have it on my nails at the moment as well, with some Aurora chrome over it. And all the gel polishes are available on our website as well. So the pink one, I might actually get away with the one coat. Let me see, the purple one, I will just reapply the second coat. Never work too thick with your gel polishes. You want to have a really nice and thin application for the best results. And then cook it. The other color I want on the side is 261. That's some purple one as well, like pink purple, really beautiful one. And then I do have my perfect mixture. That's 238. The color is like a bright neon pink. And then I just mix it with some white. I love this color, like, and I use it a lot. So I'm just gonna grab the scoop of it. Just a nice scoop of it. And of course we are gonna need some white. So again, I'm just gonna grab white, a scoop of it too. And I will show you, because you can do it in a few different ways, this design. So I've got one which is already prepared, and we are gonna apply matte top coat over it. So just grab this matte top coat. And then do it on another tip. And give it a cure. Okay, so this one is ready for the next step. And what you want to do is you want to grab your transfer foil gel. And I'm just gonna apply the scoop of it in here. And in addition to that, I'm gonna mix it with some black transfer foil gel. The reason for it is it will be just much easier, guys, for you to see it, what I'm doing. Because otherwise it might be actually quite difficult when I'm painting with clear. And I find it for the videos is actually an amazing way of showing you the design. Okay, so I've got my D-liner brush in here. And what you want to do is you want to kind of load your brush first, like, and prepare it for a painting. So make sure, like, it's nice and straight and it's beautifully shaped. And we are gonna paint some heart, like a really decent shape heart. Don't worry about the inside of the heart. What you want to paint nice is the outside line. Okay, so like here I can put even an X, it doesn't matter. And this will make your life much easier if you don't have to worry about some parts of the design. I'm just gonna smooth out my X a little bit. Okay, so that was just purely demonstration purpose, guys. And then with the dotting tool, we are gonna paint some smaller hearts. So just 2 dots and then join them in. I did move straight away into different place because I had quite a lot of product and I didn't want to overdo it. Another dots. Fantastic. And now we are gonna give it a 30, actually, let's do it 30 seconds cure. Okay, so this one is cooking. Straight away I can move on into my next one. So I'm just gonna move a mixing palette, give it a gentle bath, even if it has a top coat. Like I find it, the gel polish has its own texture and a thickness, so does the top coat, and I like to gently bath it. It doesn't take me a long time, it's just a couple seconds, and it just makes my job faster. I'm just gonna add another drop of this gel and then paint another hearts. Remove the one which is ready. And here I want medium size heart. Then I want another one which is kind of hiding a little bit behind it. And another one. And you just kind of keep painting your hearts. So some of them are empty and some of them are full. Give it a cure, again 30 seconds cure. And this one is ready for a transfer foil application. So we are going to use a pale gold, and I do really love this shade of the gold, like it's an absolutely fantastic one. Cut a small piece of it. You can also clean it with the blue scrap, and I'm gonna do it because I've got some cuticle oil on my hands, so I will probably transfer those cuticle oil into the design, dry it, and then we are gonna transfer it into our chip. So you can see it does transfer really beautifully on the places where we have painted our design. I'm just making sure I do not miss any places. Okay, keep this one on the side, and also this one is ready. So you can either take a new foil, or you can just use the one you've got. If you choose to use the one you've got, like make sure you do find the place which is just fresh and it hasn't been used. You can see it, how amazing it looks, even on its own, and that's not the finished design yet. Okay, very happy I am. No, here maybe. If I'm really fussy about the design, I would always pick up a fresh piece of the foil, just because some of the parts might transfer on the parts where you have no design. So that's when you're really extremely fussy. Okay, we can do the third one. So I just quickly grab it, clean it, rebuff it. Sometimes if I am really hurry up in salon, I would just skip even the matte top coat, and I would really clean the inhibition layer from the gel polish. You could do that as well, so the foil wouldn't stick into that. Otherwise, your transfer foil will be transferred into some parts of the gel polish as well. So here I left this one as the last one because it's a little bit more fiddly, because we are going to paint like lots of small hearts, like a little bit more time consuming. And also, as you can see it, my lines are a little bit thinner than the previous ones, so that's mean my curing time will change. And this is actually quite important thing to talk about it, guys, as well. Like when it comes to doing a nail art, I would say the same thing apply to doing your actual nails. If you apply the product nice and thin, your curing time is going to be different than if you apply a really thick layer of the building gel, say example. So keep that in mind. The product just cannot cure it the same amount of the time if it's a different thickness. And if you do have transfer gels and things like that, you could really test it that it does really work that way. That's depending on the curing time. You could either over cure the product so it wouldn't transfer the foil, or you could cure it not long enough and it wouldn't work either. Okay, so this one is just, actually I will just maybe add a few more. Sorry, I have to hold my breath a little bit. Okay, and now I'm gonna cure 25 seconds, I would say, because the previous ones we cured 30 seconds and that's worked just amazingly perfect. So this one is gonna be 25 seconds. Cut a fresh piece of the transfer foil. I need to be more precise with this one because it's a thinner amount of the product, which means it's always a bit harder to do the actual transferring process. Let me check on my lamp the time. Okay, that should be about 20 seconds. I'm just gonna remove it, and now we are gonna transfer the transfer foil in there. You can see it. The heart stuck really well. Doing some of those designs on the client is actually much easier than doing on the tip, because the tip moves when you press it quite hard. So keep that always in mind as well. Again, if I will be really fussy about the design I'm creating, I would probably remove from the tip holder and do it on something more sturdy. Perfect. So that's the first step of our design done. Let's grab our top coat. I've got High Shine No Wipe Top Gel because we want to protect everything. Okay, for the next step, let's maybe start with this one because I can't look on that side, but it was clearly to demonstrate to you that the middle part is really not important, and that's make painting the heart much easier. Okay, so top coated, really nice. You could also keep the matte version as well, but with the matte version things would be more difficult because you would have to only top coated your gold parts and then keep the rest matte, like really quite time consuming. I'm just gonna retouch this part here. I have found one more place. There we are. So apply the top coat. I was tempted actually to go only over the hearts and keep one matte, but it's okay, we make them all shiny. Now your curing time is really important now, because you don't want to under cure your gel top coat. If you do that, the next part is gonna stick into it and it will give you like a frosted look. I have actually done this frosted look in some other designs. It looks fantastic, but we don't want that in this design. Okay, so you have to make sure your top coat is cured 60 seconds, so it loses its inhibition layer. Okay, it's a no wipe top gel, so it cures without of inhibition layer, but if it's under cured, it might still have some stickiness in it. So 60 seconds cure. Okay, that's my first tip cured. And what we are going to do, as you could see it, we had all these beautiful mixtures in here. We are going to use them for the next part of the design. Now, let's talk about the theory a little bit. So first of all, like, I need to clean my brush and get rid of the product which I don't need. And then the next one is a really important step. You don't want to use just a gel polish on its own, okay? What I'm gonna do it is, here I've got a mixture of the paint gels, so that's the paint gels, and they can be applied without of top coat. Okay, so I'm just gonna grab this color here and apply it inside my heart. Now you want to make it really nice and clean. So just working through it, nice and clean. And I have choose a slightly darker shade of the pink. Okay, now we are gonna grab the sugar glitter. Okay, I'm just gonna shake it because I've got all sorts of different different sugars mixed together. I just find it gives me the nicest results. And then I'm just sprinkle it. So what will happen is my sugar will only attach to the actual gel paint, and then we are gonna cook it. Okay, with this one we are gonna play with few different colors. So I will want this heart to be the pink shape, pink color. Then this one is gonna be white. Nice white shape. What is also amazing about it, that you can correct the shape of your gold by just going over it. So if I want this heart to have slightly different shape, I can just go over it. Now the purple one, you cannot use it on its own. You need to add the white gel, otherwise it might not last as well. The sugar is not gonna last as great on the gel polish on its own as it does on the gel paints. Okay, that might be also some trouble why some of you say like the sugaring doesn't last. You need to apply it on something which will last on its own, and that will prolong your lasting time. Sprinkle with the sugar, cook it, and then let's do the last one. This one is gonna be really interesting because we've got so many different ones. Actually, I'm gonna just introduce some darker colors. So that's Berry Lips and 269. And just mix this color, just so we've got a different shade of the pink. I've got too much on my brush, so I'm just running somewhere else to remove the excess. And then I can work and finish the one on the top. So basically I want to paint all the hearts which are far apart from each other in this color. Clean my brush, pick up some, actually I'm gonna clean it really properly so I can pick up white. Drop off the UV cleanser and then pick up white. So I want some white in here. And white in there. Let's perfect this one. And white on the top. Okay, now we can grab the pink one. Again, I've got a little bit too much, so I'm jumping on the other nail. That saves me a time rather than going on my mixing palette and getting rid of the excess of the product. I can see it, I can touch up this one. And then here, we want to go for a different color, so I'm just going to use this purple. And then sprinkle with the sugar. It reminds me a little bit about a different design I have done it. It was not a heart shape, but just like a different stones. That was looking amazing as well. Now I'm going to show you all of them. So remove the excess of the sugar. Look how pretty and amazing it is. I'm just going to place it on our on our display. And then we've got another one. So just remove the excess of the sugar. Absolutely amazing. So this one needs to go here, this one there, and then the purple one is gonna go in the middle. I should cure it a little bit longer. So on the clients, always 60 seconds cure at least to make sure things last. But look how simple and beautiful this nail art is. I hope you have guys really enjoyed this tutorial. Sending you glittery hacks, and bye for now.